on?
I want to switch topics, right? Something that a lot of our people are talking about right now are the recent ICE raids, right? And something real common during these protests / riots, whatever you want to call them, is the people burning the American flag, right? People feel some type of way about it. People are for it because you're exercising your First or Second Amendment right, whichever one it is. How does Ricardo Aguilar exactly feel about that?
Let me ask you a question. Just because you can do something, should you do it?
No.
That's how I feel about it. Yeah, you're exercising your free. So, but what are you telling America, the country you want to stay in?
So here's the thing, right? I recently interviewed a guerrilla Hebrew, and I asked him the same thing, and he said, "Well, if you're a true American, you should be for burning the American flag because as an American, it's your right to do so and exercise your right." To that, you say,
Do whatever you want, bro. I mean, you're right.
mm,
Okay, do it. What did Dr. Phil say? How's that working out for you, though?
mm,
So, as a senator sitting in Congress, sitting in the Senate, I'm watching the TV and I turn on the TV and I'm like, let me see if we're going to give amnesty, right? And I do this. You're burning the American flag, huh? Okay. You can. But should you?
mm. It won't provoke any real change, is what you're saying, pretty much.
You don't think that? Let me look this up. Okay, I know they can, but you want to stay here. Okay. You can, but you want to stay here, but you want to burn the flag. You can.
So, what is the proper approach to you?
I'm glad that you ended the question with to you. Because I don't speak on behalf of everybody. But I will tell you from a man that has experience in dealing with these people in power, I can tell you exactly how they think. Because I've been there and I've heard the conversations. So I'm going to give you some insider information. They're not these racist, bigoted, they don't want brown people here. They're not those people, dog. They're not. But they believe in the law of the land. And they do want to deport people that are here illegally. Okay? Be clear. It's important that you're clear about that. They do want to deport people that are here illegally. And your argument of, but they haven't done anything wrong, they don't give a fuck about that. Because being here illegally is illegal. Okay? Like, I don't care if you agree with me. I'm telling you the conversations that are being had because I'm part of those conversations. Okay? So, when I ask them, because I have, how should we go about it then? Well, definitely burning the flag, waving the Mexican flag, and stopping the freeway is definitely going to help you. So then what is? Well, we can't really answer that because we don't know. Okay, well then, can I give some proposals? Yeah. How would you feel about me if I showed up with a sign that said, I graduated high school, I have my bachelor's degree, I pay my taxes, my parents raised me the right way, but they're here illegally. Give them a chance. How would you feel towards me if I did that?
Yeah, I'd probably feel more inclined, be more sympathetic, right?
That's the exact answer I got, brother.
Yeah.
And I said, would you consider me to potentially let me stay or my parents stay? With some stuff being done, sure, maybe. You go from a no to a maybe. And that's what I want to do. I want to push the line to maybe. Because there's a lot of people here that have worked really hard, that have been here for 10, 15 years, that I would hate to see them go. And I don't want them to go. But the way we're doing things, bro, que fuck guys, que this is stolen land. Oh my God.
You don't subscribe to that when people say that it's stolen
Bro,
land.
it's not even about I subscribe to it.
It is what it is.
I mean, dog.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mm.
If amnesty was on the shoulders of Prime, and Prime was walking around with the fuck ice, this is stolen land, and all of us, millions of Hispanics and Mexicans, or Hispanics, Latinos, all of us, told Prime, you're going to represent us in Congress, how would that go down, bro?
Well, no, of course not. That's you coming at it with disrespect, and people are going to feel some type of way about it. So it's not going to go his way. Yeah. Right from outside looking in, it kind of seems like people are on the Malcolm X approach, right? Like, we're going to fight back, play fire with fire type of deal. But you're saying that's not proven to work.
Who made the Civil Rights Act possible? Malcolm X or MLK?
MLK. Yeah. Yeah, go with the blueprint. I get it.
Go with the blueprint that's already worked, dog.
Yeah.
Why do you want to take the MLK way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't effective. So if you want to have real change, then do something, brother. Do something that's going to impress them. Do something that say, you know what? Yeah, they can be good members of society. You know?
Yeah.
And by the way, if it doesn't, you're not entitled to it. Why the fuck do they got to do something they don't want to do? All I'm asking for our people to do is to raise the odds of potentially getting amnesty. Raise the odds. There's no guarantees. Just raise the odds.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for. Raise the odds. By letting people know, future doctor, future lawyer, future congressman, future senator, you know, here's my diploma, here's my,
well, online, right? Well, I'm gonna be real. I stay in downtown, and like, I went to a protest. I'm gonna keep it real, and I seen, like, right when I came out, I seen people burning shit, burning like garage cans, burning all types of shit. But the people who are burning it, like, I seen it with my own eyes. Like, these were white people, right? I'm gonna just say how it is, or maybe they were fair-skinned Mexicans.
Antifa.
Right?
It's Antifa.
But what I say that to say that a lot of times there's not really our gente that are out here.
I agree, bro.
Destructing,
I agree,
shit.
but let's not act like we haven't seen Mexicans
waving
the Mexican flag, bro.
Of course, yeah.
Let's not act like we haven't.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, but let's not act like we haven't seen that. Let's not act like we haven't seen them burn cars. Let's not act like we haven't seen fuck ice by Mexicans. Let's not act like we haven't seen this is stolen land. Okay? Let's not pretend like we're not like we haven't seen that.
Okay, yeah.
Fair?
That's fair.
Okay. I'm with you. It's Antifa.
I'm saying it's not only Mexicans doing that. That's what I say to say. Yeah.
But let's be fair of the reality of things. The fuck ice by real Mexicans is very real. So,
well, since that, a lot of people are calling for Gavin Newsom to run for 2028. See, given what was going on, is that someone who you would support?
Man, how quickly we forget when they pull at our emotional strings. How quickly we forget that he was the same person that locked up people for paddleboarding during COVID in the beach. He's the same person that had his kids in private school, private school, where his kids were still going to school, but your kids couldn't go to school. He's the same guy that kept his winery open, but you had to close your business. He's the same guy that had parties with his friends, but you couldn't go visit your dying grandmother in the
retirement home.
In the retirement home. Cool, vote for him. That's the problem with Hispanics, bro. They pull at our emotional ties way too much. They pull the emotional strings and they get a reaction out of us. Mexicans and Latinos and Hispanics have a very short-term memory. They're like Nemo.
Oh, shit. Well, they're saying not only Gavin Newsom, right, but they're saying Kamala Harris might even run for governor of California.
The one that locked up more blacks than any other fucking DA in the world?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Cool story, bro. The one that was told that hid the evidence of a man that could be released because he was innocent, but she wanted to get her conviction rate high.
Mm.
Yeah, go ahead and vote for her.
You do got a lot of hardcore liberals who are Mexican or Latino, right? Like for example, like Eddie and Alexander Morado. I'm not sure if you're too familiar with him, but he pretty much got locked up for advocating for street vendors, going to these to people who did something to street vendors, going to their home, causing them up. Is there any honor to you, people who do stand up for the street vendors, or do you feel like they should go about it a certain way?
Nah, bro. You go out, you hurt a street vendor, man. You need to get your ass whooped. You need to get your ass handed to you. Those people don't deserve that. And sometimes a little street justice ain't too bad.
There was an incident that happened in Bakersfield too, I think like a couple years back, when the street vendor thing, it almost became a trend, right? People attacking street vendors, and that was really like an LA thing. But I know a situation happened in Bakersfield, right?
I'm not familiar with it. I'd be lying too because I'm not familiar.
Oh.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah. Now, what was the incident that happened in Park? I guess someone was selling raspados, and then like someone who does have a legal license to sell food at Hart Park got at old boy and was like, "Hey, you need to get the fuck out of here. You don't got a permit. Get out the Hart Park."
It's very possible.
Yeah. So it's fuck them then, pretty much.
Huh?
It's fuck them, like people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
No questions asked.
I respect that. Shit. But before we clock out of this, right? Like, is there a message you need to say to the Latino community?
Okay. My message to the Latino community is fight for what you believe in. Stay true to yourself. No dream is too big for you to accomplish. Be disciplined. Stay focused. Be around positive-minded people. You don't need approval from anybody. Your skin color is irrelevant. Where you were born was irrelevant. What financial situation you were born in is irrelevant. Your power comes from God and God only. You are a chosen one, because if God allowed you to walk this earth, he chose you out of the millions of sperm cells that were going into your mother. You're the one that God chose to make it all the way. And because God allowed you to get that far and allowed you to breathe the air on this earth, you owe it to yourself to chase that dream that you have and never give up despite what anybody might tell you. Be prepared that the most hate and rejection you're going to get are from the people that you love the most. The people that you call friend and family are the ones that are going to oppose you the hardest. But God has prepared a group of strangers that you've never met in your life to be the biggest support system you're ever going to get. Never be closed-minded to learning something that you may not know too much about. Never be too high on your highs. Never be too low on your lows. Don't forget that even after a big storm, the sun always comes out. And if you can have that mindset, you're going to be all right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And despite what you may think or hear, everything that we do is for the betterment of our people. And I have full faith that we're going to take this country in the next 10, 15 years to a place it's never been before, with progress, with innovation, with business, with teaching our community that we are not victims of anything, that we're going to be all right. That would be my message to the Hispanic people.
I like that. Shit, well, Ricardo, it was a pleasure having you, man.
Pleasure's all mine.
There was a lot of gems, a lot of game in this interview. I might go over a lot of people's heads, and shit, I just want to thank you for coming through, man.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate you guys, man. It's been a blast.
Absolutely, And on that note, shit, we out.